Alrighty, hello my friends, I'm back with the series How Difficult Is It to Return to a Game? This time being Rogue Company. I'm going to be playing Demolition. Now there's no reason I'm playing on Europe, that's just what I used to play with my friend all the time when I played, so I'm going to stick with Europe. Because I'm kind of used to the delay, I guess. Okay, we got lockdown.
You ready to go?
Now, there's no particular reason I'm playing Trench on this map, except it's the very first video I made when I played Rogue Company for Reddit. So I'm gonna play Trench.
This ought to slow him down. Let's lock this down. I'm planting the bomb.
Bomb's armed. See it through.
This ought to slow him down.
That site's toast. Great job. Bomb's down.
I've come too far to stop now.
Let's lock this down. This ought to slow him down.
Chaac will remember
You're not out of this yet.
Thank you. No, I owe you. I have the bomb.
Deploying lethal.
I need a hand over here.
Get up. I'm planting a bomb. Do something useful.
Deploying lethal.
Arm the bomb. Defend it.
To my feet.
Let's lock this down.
To miss. Medic down. Enemies.
Let's lock this down. I need a hand.
Do something useful.
Enemies eliminated. Great work.
No, I owe you one. Oh, enemy spotted.
Get me
They
up.
crushed us. Fight harder next time.
And deploying lethal.
Let's see how
This ought to slow.
Bomb.
I have the bomb.
move here.
Get up. On your feet.
Thanks, man. Enemy spotted. My bad.
Get up.
Do something useful. No, I owe you one. Thank you.
Let's lock this down. Deploying lethal.
Enemy spotted.
All opponents eliminated.
My bad.
Bomb's been dropped.
This ought to slow him down. Hold it together. Let's lock this down. Get us out of this. Deploying lethal.
All friendlies eliminated. Enemies planted the bomb. Stop them.
Let's see how they handle this. This ought to slow him down. Excellent. On your feet.
I did notice on my first round on defense, I didn't have any trip mines. So that was weird. But now I have 2 trip mines. I don't know what to think of it.
Let's lock this down.
Well done.
Deploying lethal. This ought to slow him down. Give me up.
That was weird.
Disarmed. Crisis averted.
You rock. This ought to slow him down. Deploying me. Let's lock this down. I'm defusing the bomb.
All friendlies eliminated.
Deploying enemy spotted. And
I was wondering why that didn't go off. That's pretty short range.
enemies moving.
Okay, we got Icarus.
Their time is up.
I already want to play Trench just permanently, so I have to stop myself.
And they'll break your face.
Okay. Let's see how good the enemy is. I'm just gonna queue and run in and see what happens. Oh, there's a lot of them. Oh, one of theirs left the game.
We've destroyed the enemy force. Nice.
Reload time on this is terrible. I don't remember being that high.
Utility out. Help me!
I'm planting the bomb.
I got your back. Bomb's armed. See it through. I'm down.
No one makes me bleed my own blood.
Thanks. All opponents eliminated. Don't let them disarm it.
Lethal out.
Ooh. That's a lot of DP. Oh, that's why. Also, I should not use my Q like that. Because it makes my guy yell and then I can't shoot him. Which is always bad.
Enemies spotted.
Utility out.
Go here.
I'm planting a bomb.
See it through.
Deploying utility.
Enemies have been wiped out. Nicely done. Last round. End strong. Nice work, team. Checks in the mail.
Alright, Hollows. Kinda remember this map. We'll play a little Dallas.
Always good to meet a fan. Showtime. Spotlight. Spotlight. Lethal out.
Go here. To me, quickly. Enemy spotted.
Need help.
Solo. Alley-oop. I have the bomb. I'm planting the bomb.
Bomb's armed. See it through. All enemies have been eliminated.
Oh, one of our people left after that. But brother, I clutched it.
I'm planting the bomb.
Bomb's active.
I'm down.
Carrying the band? Nothing new. Lethal out. Alley-oop.
That site's toast. Great job.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Spotlight. Lethal out. Man down.
You okay?
Thank
you
you.
okay?
Thank you very much.
Hit me.
That was metal. Spotlight.
I'm planting the bomb.
Bomb's active. Don't let them disarm it. Enemies have been wiped out. Nicely done.
You rock as much as I do. Lethal out. Alley-oop. Enemy spotted. Enemy spotted.
I'm down. To me.
Approaches.
I have the bomb. Come on. The fans demand an encore.
Back on my feet. We've been wiped out. Run it again.
Seeds.
Utility out.
Spotlight. Lethal out.
Bomb's down.
Man down.
Lethal out!
Thank you very much. The show must go on.
Utility out!
Yeah. Spotlight. Utility out.
Oh, I didn't realize they dropped the bomb all the way over here. I was so focused on fighting.
Yeah. Ready to die.
Holy cow, that does 100?
This is what I do.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The show must go on.
Move here. Enemy spotted. Enemy now. Enemy spotted.
Bomb's active. Find it and defuse it.
Enemy spotted.
Friendlies eliminated.
Sometimes you just can't hit headshots. Or any shot in that case, good lord.
I need a hand over here.
Enemies planted the bomb. Stop them.
Manning down.
Spotlight.
Bomb spotted.
Enemy now.
Nothing new. Yeah. defusing the bomb.
Bomb defused.
Death approaches.
I was a bit too overconfident in my ability to shoot the guy in the head. Just like to point out these people are BMing right now.
He's eliminated. Regroup.
Death approaches.
Oh, that one shot I keep forgetting.
This is what I do.
No can do.
Oh, what? I thought my whole team was there.
I need a hand over here.
Enemy spotted. Aid me now, defending here.
Enemies planted the bomb. Stop them.
You okay? You okay?
Thank you. That was metal.
Good.
Contract's a bust. Let's head home.
I started out really strong, but I fell off at the end. I remember this map. Breach. Oh my goodness, I'm defending first.
Woo-wee! Let's go!
Defending here.
You okay?
To me, quickly.
Oh, I wanted to hit him with my hammer.
Okay. You okay? I'm not done yet. Quickly.
Need help.
I could not hit that little spider to save me.
This This is what I do.
Appreciate it.
We've been wiped out.
Ooh, wow. Okay, I got wrecked.
Let's see how they handle this.
Enemies have been wiped out.
Enemy spotted.
I pulled that out too late. I knew there was two people and I was like, ah, I'm screwed.
We've armed the bomb. Defend it. All enemies have been eliminated. We've armed the bomb. Defend it.
Need a hand?
Thanks. Enemies eliminated. That's what I like.
Lethal out.
I'm good.
Go get you some.
Do not fail me again. Death approaching.
I'm good.
Quickly. Utility out.
I'm good. Nice work, team. Check.
Nice. Yep.
Let
Umbra's
Jackal's
been
will
used against
be
me quite a few
done.
times, and I don't think I've played him, so I'm gonna pick him.
What a joke.
Quickly.
I completely forgot it was a semi-auto at first.
Enemy spotted. Let's see how they handle this.
Enemy spotted. Enemy spotted.
I'm down. Enemy spotted.
Enemy spotted.
All opponents eliminated. Great work, team.
I mean, he did a hell of a job. He almost killed all of us.
Bomb's active. Find it and defuse it.
I'm defusing the bomb.
Let's see how they handle this.
Bomb neutralized. Well.
Need help.
Enemies eliminated.
Lethal out. Quickly.
Enemies have armed the bomb. Disarm it.
Up you go. Enemy spotted.
Friendlies eliminated. Defend it.
Do not fail me again.
Oh.
Quickly.
Bomb's active. Don't let them disarm it.
Yeah, I totally thought I could use it kind of like Junkrat's tire, where I could just use it and detonate on myself.
Let's see how they handle this.
Lethal out.
Down.
We've destroyed the enemy force. Nice work. They crushed us. Run it again. Match point for the enemies.
Lethal out. Behind us.
It's over.
Ah,
Everyone head
fire.
back to base.
Give it a try. Ah, Glacier.
All right, Tyler. Play it cool. Knocked and ready. Lethal out.
Oh, they have a Dahlia, that's right.
All opponents eliminated.
I'm planting the bomb.
Needed the bomb.
I'm down. Enemy spotted.
This is what I do.
Need help.
Lethal out. Hey, get up.
You okay? You okay?
Thanks.
Bam.
I'm planting a bomb.
Bomb's armed. See it through.
Utility out.
Enemy spot. Move here. Thanks, man.
Down.
You okay? You okay?
Thanks.
Enemy spotted.
Lethal. Bomb spotted. I'm down. Lethal out. Where are they?
Bomb spotted.
Knocked and ready.
Enemies have armed the bomb. Disarm it.
Utility out. Where are they? Knocked and ready. Bomb spotted. Enemy spotted.
I'm down.
Where are they? Knocked and ready.
Enemy spot. Move here.
Lethal out.
Wonderful job, team. They completely pincered him at the end. Alrighty, that was Rogue Company. I tried to play a fair number of characters. I didn't try to play the same one twice. I played Cannon, Chaac, Dallas, Trench, Umbra, and Seeker. Now, of the hero roster here, Trench is actually my favorite one to play, even though I have more levels on the Fixer. And I also like Seeker quite a bit, because I did make a Reddit post about using his arrow to kill people by bouncing it off the ground. That was a really fun video to make. So just like in Overwatch and Paladins, the quote-unquote problem with the game, if you're getting into it as a new player or even a returning player, is that each hero not only has their own abilities and their own passives and their own mainline gun, which you can swap out the gun if you master them. That's like getting the gun to a certain level. But they also have their own special perks. Each character has their own perk tree they can go down. So some characters will have Gunsmith, for example, and Tenacity, and others won't. So that's kind of knowing what to use and what not to use against certain targets. Like using an explosive against Anvil might not do you so well because, well, he gets 75 armor as a legendary, and he also gets Tenacity. So explosive against him is not going to be as useful as using against like a Dallas. And in fact, let's look at Dallas real quick. Yeah, he doesn't have Tenacity. So it's just a lot of hero knowledge that you'd have to get into. But at the very core of the game, it is pretty heavy gunplay. As you saw, sometimes I had some quite shaky aim going on, but that's just general playing a game and you're getting that little adrenaline boost and you're all shaky for like the next 30 seconds or whatever it is. I don't know what causes that. It's weird. But each of these heroes you see here, or rogues, I'm going to call them heroes, have their own individual unique play style. Like Switchblade shoots a rocket launcher that explodes into incendiary grenades, basically. Scorch sets the targets on fire and comes with a melee already equipped. Saint can remotely revive people. Glimpse can go invisible. Glitch, I think they nerfed his gadget. I remember reading that on the forum post. But his gadget used to be able to see people. Now it can't anymore, which is kind of sad. So he used to be one of my favorite rogues. And then, of course, Cannon has a big old minigun he pops out. Anvil has a big old shield. So each of them has their own unique play style. It's a lot easier to get into, say, Paladins or Overwatch just because the gunplay is more the core of the game. And the abilities are just there to enhance it. So it's much more similar to Rainbow Six Siege, even though they're kind of different genres. But it's closer to Rainbow Six Siege than it is to Overwatch and Paladins. And then, of course, map knowledge isn't really huge in this game. For the most part, each map has a center lane, and then a left lane and a right lane. And then some connectors that go between left and right to the middle. So if you know the layout of one map, you generally know the layout of most maps. So it's not too bad in that regards. It makes it fairly easy to get into a new map or a new mission, something like that, and then just know, hey, I kind of have a general idea of what I need to do here. I need to go kind of guard this area, and then you're okay. And this game is just a lot of fun. As we can see, when I started out, it wasn't so hot, but then when I got to Dallas, I kind of was starting to remember how to, aim at stuff and shoot people in the face. So that was a lot of fun. When you start going and just rampaging on the enemy, it feels great in this game because it's a total carry. Unlike the other games, except Siege, you can totally carry in Siege. In Paladins and Overwatch, it's a lot harder to carry just because of the nature of things like tanks having different health pool and movement abilities in that game. There's so many movement abilities in that game. So it's much more of a visceral feeling to carry in a game like this. So if you're doing well, you feel like you're doing well. And even if you're not doing well, you still feel like you're doing something as long as you get a single kill during a demo match. In Overwatch or something, you can get like a kill, and then you feel like you had no impact on the fight when the rest of your team just loses, right? You're like, well, I got one kill, and then the rest of my team got steamrolled. At least in this, you're doing your job if you get at least one kill. If you can take one person down with you, you feel you did okay. That's the kind of the feeling I get from this game. But perhaps my favorite thing about this game, though, is the emote system. Now, I didn't really show off any of these here, but if you do a character to the gold rank, I believe, you get what's called their mastery emote, and it's a special emote per character. Each character has their own mastery emote. For example, here's Cannon's. And it really shows off the personality of the character. The other games we play don't have anything that's like personalized to each character in regards to an emote. and I think this is just kind of a fantastic addition that gives a little bit of flavor when you play the character. Now, I don't know if I left it in the game, but I did use the chair emote once. This is one of my favorite emotes. Just sit down, you know, take a little breather. But there is an emote that I love more than any other. Now, normally speaking, I'm not someone who BMs people, but occasionally you get that enemy that teabags you or something like that, and you just know when you kill them and emote them that it's just going to make them very angry. I have the perfect, the best, the juiciest emote available for you. Feast your eyes on Slightly Dramatic. Isn't that just lovely? And nothing else will tick someone off more than that. So if you're playing against someone that you know you can tilt, you can pop that emote on their corpse a few times because they do see you in the kill cam. That's great. Yeah, the emote system is just fantastic. I love the emote system in this game. And yes, you do have emote canceling, so you can combine emote sounds with each other as well. I know I kind of spent a good deal of time talking about emotes, but I love the emotes in this game. They're fantastic. And there's a whole bunch of them. I don't know if I can look at them. Let's see. There's a whole bunch of emotes. Yeah, they're all silly. I love it. So as a returning player to the game, it's really easy to get back into. You just have to remember, aim at enemy, shoot enemy, you're good to go. If I was a new player to this game, there is that nervousness of like trying to learn what a map is, but as long as you remember the key points of there's a left, there's a middle, and there's a right, you're good to go. There is really nothing else you have to know other than left, right, and middle. There's no really verticality to worry about. There's no terrain destruction to worry about. There's no like sneaky little areas to jump over you have to worry about. I mean, there's a few walls, but that's just part of getting to the middle from the left or right. And it makes it a very easy experience to get into the game as a new player or even a returning player. But of course, people will maybe be a little turned off by the fact that when you start the game, I believe you don't get very many rogues. And well, bam, I'm back with a new account. Okay, so you start the game with Anvil, a seasonal rotation of Cannon, Dallas, Thema, seasonal rotation of Juke, Ronan, Saint, and rotation of Umbra. So every, I don't know, is it every week or 2 weeks or something like that, you get new characters that are rotated in so you can try them before you buy them. And then you also have Saint's just a pretty strong character all around. He's very useful for your team. Then you have Ronan, who can't be detected by sensors or anything like that, so she's just very strong out of the gate. Dima is also quite powerful with his Q ability. And then Anvil is kind of more on the not as useful side, but I love Anvil, don't get me wrong. And then Dallas is super useful with his reveal ability as well. So as a new player, it actually does start you off in a very powerful position in regards to the few heroes it gives you. Because most games might give you kind of the weaker characters, but Dima and Ronan and Saint are actually quite strong and are good pretty much anywhere you go to in the game. So like no matter what mode you're playing, Dima, Saint, and Ronan are good. Then as far as money goes to buy heroes, let's see. She is worth 18,000 of the silver currency. Here we go, contracts. Okay, so completing these contracts every day will get you 250, 450, and 250 for the currency. And then each match gets you a set amount, which I don't remember off the top of my head. And then you also have weekly contracts, which give you 500, 700, 500, 400, and 400. So that's a good chunk right there. And then you have seasonal contracts, which I think just give experience and nothing else. They might give some sort of currency as well. Yeah, complete all the seasonal contracts and you get some currency down here. And there's nothing like that for these two. So you should be able to buy a new character every, well, I want to say it's probably realistic every week to get a new character, which is kind of slow in the grand scheme of things. There's 19 characters, so it would take you 19 weeks if you're just a casual player. But let's take a look at the actual currency. Okay, so we have Robux. It takes 700 to unlock Dahlia, for example. So $10 will get you a single character. But I think they do have some sort of offers. Year 1 pass, I think that's what this is. And you get this as well. So that's 16 characters for $50 and an additional $5 value for the 400 rogue bucks. So for about $50, you get all 16 characters. So essentially buying the game So essentially, you're just buying the game for $50 instead of it being free to play. That's not terrible overall. But overall, because of the system and just being killed by somebody in the game, you can kind of get a feel for who's good. If I were you and I had to tell you right now, here's the characters you need to pick. All right, so if I had to give you heroes to pick, if you're a new player, I would really advise getting Cannon because he's fun. Not that he's like a great character, but he's a lot of fun. And I value fun more than utility any day of the week. And if you're going for more of a you want to win play style, Kestrel is very strong. Her Q ability allows her to duel people around corners quite well and push them further into cover or further out of cover depending on their positioning. And then Switchblade is also someone that's really easy to pick up if you're a new player as well. So those are the 2 or 3 I would recommend highly if you're just starting the game. All in all, it was a fairly easy time coming back into this game, but I do have 200 hours in this game. I have 500 in Paladins, I have 800 in Overwatch, and I think I only had 100 in Rainbow Six Siege. So Rainbow Six Siege was definitely the hardest one to come back into, just because in that game there's so much more to know than any of the other games combined. But as far as Paladins, Overwatch, and Rogue Company goes, I think Rogue Company has the most fun factor, but Paladins is definitely super fun when you're playing with friends. Like, I would play Rogue Company if I was playing solo, but if I had to play with someone else, like the entire time, I would pick Paladins. I just don't like Overwatch 2 very much. So, that is the end of this series. I hope you guys liked it. These videos take a while to edit and all that, so that's why there's only one video a week instead of my usual video every day. But I do hope to get into more content where I can post at least bi-weekly with edited content. And that's kind of my plan going forward. And you might see a lot more with Mama Bear and stuff like that when I play with her on the weekends, or you might see World of Warcraft content. I don't know. I am still going to be playing Steam games as well, buying new games for that. I just have to decide on what I want to buy, because nothing really piqued my interest these past few weeks. And I've also just been reading a lot. I have a really bad habit where I sink into reading for a month and I do nothing else. But luckily I record these on the weekend and I just kind of slowly edit them throughout the week. Because I'm a reading fiend and I can't help myself. I have to read, man. It's a sickness. All right. I will see you guys in whatever I post next. Peace. And also let me know what you thought about the video. Thank you.